Just how was it out there tonight? Had to fight through some adversity, but ended up with getting the victory.
Yeah, I mean, we're happy to get a win, but I don't think we're happy with how we played. Definitely made a lot of mistakes, missed a lot of opportunities. I know I got a lot of things to clean up, so I think I'm excited to come in tomorrow, watch the film, and then, Monday we're just going to put our best foot forward and learn from it and, move on to Vanderbilt. But tonight we'll enjoy the win, that's for sure.
Back here. What was the difference in the second half, especially on third down conversions, that helped you into the victory?
I think it was just the attitude that we had to, pick up. I think we came out a little flat. And then once we were kind of in a situation where, hey, we really need to make a play, I think the guys finally, switched the flip a little bit, or I don't know how to say it, but we kind of, figured out that, hey, we need to go out here and we need to score because we're making this game too close. And it should have never been this close, but, hey, a win's a win, so.
Yeah, talking about coach as well, had 35 rushing attempts, seemed a lot of short passes, even a shuffle pass that led to one of the scores. Was that the approach of the contest, to really use the run and even the short passing game to move the ball downfield?
Yeah, well, we knew that we're a big zone drop team with a lot of zone eyes, so we knew that the underneath coverage, meaning linebackers and stuff, they were going to get a lot of depth, so we were going to hit short routes and try to get a lot of yak. So, I mean, I think a lot of our runs with some RPOs, I think that's just our bread and butter. I think we've executed that very well. I think we, if you just look at the percentage of all the plays from the last 2 weeks, I think we're probably in the positive in terms of yards gained. So, I mean, I think that's just the type of team we are, and if we gotta do that to win every game, we'll do it. So
You were able to open up a little bit there. You got a touchdown to Ted and ended up with 6 catches, 83 yards. It seemed like a little connection was growing there tonight with Ted.
Yeah, I mean, Ted played a hell of a game. Ted's always been a dude where he came in. A lot of us were looking at Ted yeah, this guy's a dude. This guy can really help us. And I think throughout camp in the last week, I think he's really figured things out. I think he's kind of learning how he needs to play and how he fits into this offense. And I mean, I'm super proud of Ted. He definitely made a good play on that first touchdown. I kind of threw a terrible ball, was trying to back shoulder him and let him into the defender. But I mean, he's got the size to go make that play, and he did. So proud of him for that.
What's your journey been here since you got to Atlanta and starting these first 2 games at Georgia State?
Yeah, well, first of all, I love Atlanta. I'm having a great time. I think as soon as I came in, I just felt comfortable. I've known Coach Chaney since I was getting recruited back in 2019. That was the first time I met him. And then Ryan knew of me when he worked at Georgia. We kind of exchanged some Twitter DMs. So coming in, I just felt comfortable with the situation. I felt confident, and I think that's a big thing for me, is just feeling confident here. And, I love the team that we have. I love the brotherhood that we have, and that just makes it easier to come in every day and practice hard and really put your best foot forward.
Are you feeling more comfortable in the system and what you guys are trying to do?
Yeah, I mean, I came from a pro-style offense, so to me this is, what I'm used to. And having, a second year under this kind of offense, I think it's helped me a lot for sure.
How important for this team's growth was that last scoring drive that won the game for you?
Huge, and I think everybody realizes what we need to do and, how we need to come out first drive. I think everybody learned, I think we came out a little sluggish. We got to step it up. But the fact that, I rallied everybody on the sidelines and I told everybody, hey, this is about attitude. This is about the next play. This is about, it's either we win the game or we lose the game. We got to go out here and we need to play better than we played. And I think the guys stepped up. Everybody realized it. So, I mean, I'm really proud of our guys for that.
Did you realize it was Coach's birthday?
I did. So I found out this morning. So when I saw him before going to breakfast, I wished him happy birthday. And then in my head, I was like, ooh, we better get a win or else Coach McGee's not going to be happy. So Coach McGee's happy tonight. I love it.
Hey, take me back to the play where it was a fumble. A person looking at it, I wasn't really sure if it was a fumble. You were sacked. And did you look, did you feel like you fumbled it or?
Yeah, I definitely felt like I bobbled it. Just being honest, he kind of hit me from the blind side, so I wasn't expecting it, and he did a great job of hitting the ball. So the ball kind of came loose, and as I was coming down, I kind of lost the grip. And, yeah, that's definitely one I wish I could get back, work on that ball security. I'm sure we'll work that in practice this week. So.
But what do you say about the team after they took the lead? You were able to get a touchdown right after that, the next possession.
Yeah, like I said, it's the demeanor of how we started, and then I think we all realized like, hey, we need to flip the switch and we need to get going. Like we need to win the game. And I think we just stepped up when we needed to. So I was very happy with how the guys played during that drive, and you could just tell everybody's demeanor kind of like everybody woke up a little bit. So
With the rule changes, you know, the iPads and the communication helmets, how has that helped you on the field as quarterback?
I think it's great to have, you know, a second set of eyes. Obviously, you always have that second set of eyes, but you can never talk to that second set of eyes until you get off the sideline and you're like, hey, that third play of the rack, they play cover 3, you should hit the seam. I think it's good when you have someone in your ear like, hey, we're calling this play, and he's, you know, Coach Chaney does a good job of, hey, think of this. If you see this, check to this. If you see this, key this defender. So I think it's been great. And now that we have the sidelines, like you can come back to the sideline and be like, oh, I thought they were going to rotate cover 3, bring the Sam. All they did was just play low quarters, and he was just run fitting. So I think it's super helpful. And, like, honestly, it's still football at the end of the day. Like, you still got to go out and execute. You can have all that stuff, but if you don't execute, it's not worth a damn.
Yes,
How would you talk about your relationship with your offensive line? They only gave up one technical quote-unquote sack, but otherwise you were clean, able to move around in the pocket, stepping up, using your legs to create a little bit more windows and timing with your receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about like your connection and your relationship with your linemen, and like with your receivers and how that's grown since you really just got here.
Yeah.
Just a short time ago.
Yeah, I mean, they play their tails off. I mean, every play, like, nobody's perfect, but, you know, they come back to the sidelines and they know what they need to fix, and they go out there and they have an attitude about them, which I like. And then getting to know them, like you said, I've been here since like May 20th. So it's been, you don't learn someone overnight. So I've kind of been learning everybody and trying to figure out how everybody acts in certain situations. I think me and AJ have a great relationship, just him being the center. I think, you know, sometimes after practice we'll sit on a bench and we'll just talk, like ask each other life questions. That's kind of cool. I think I should start doing that with the other linemen. So, but they're a great group of guys, and I know they play their tails off. So when I have to make a play and get them out of a bad situation, like I'll do it.
Coach said that sometimes you'll see the opponent you're playing, and you had Georgia Tech last week. It's different this week.
Mm-hmm.
Will that be a problem next week when you got a SEC team coming here?
I mean, at the end of the day, we're going to come out Monday and we're just going to practice the way we've been practicing, regardless of if we play Vanderbilt, Chattanooga, Georgia Tech. I mean, it's always got to be the same. It's always faceless opponent. At the end of the day, there's only a certain amount of coverages you can play, certain amount of blitzes you can bring, certain amount of fronts you can play. At the end of the day, it's just football. Obviously, they're a good team. Vanderbilt's a great team. But we just got to come in with the mindset of, hey, we got to worry about our game. We got to worry about what we're going to do to win the game, and, I mean, that'll just take care of itself.